Hey.
You didn't know I had it in me, did you?
No, I did not. I appreciate your genre of music.
All right.
I need something. So we told you that we had a guest artist coming today, a rap artist, MiNiMe. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, good. Can't complain. I know that's real. I see you got a lot of things going on. You know what? I have heard your name and been knowing of you for at least 6 to 8 months. This part I have your CD. Yeah, I did. And I like to tell the people that's really into gospel music about this thing. So yeah, I appreciate you coming on. You know what I like most about reading through your flyers is that you figure out how to give back to the community. I love that. I don't mean no disrespect to harm, but I truly appreciate that because that's what we need today. We need to be more givers. First, I want to ask you before we get into your flyers, what inspired you to become a gospel rap artist?
That's a very good question. Basically, I did what you call, a lot of people call nowadays secular rap music. Okay, and basically, I've always been led to believe that you should rap about what you're living, and what I lived was. I just spoke about what I lived. You know what I'm saying? I used to be into drugs and smoking and drinking and stuff like that, and hustling with the girls and so-called pimp and stuff like that. And that's all I rapped about because that's what I was doing. So what happened is I gave my life to God at the age of 17, and when I did that, I allowed Him to change my lifestyle. And when He changed my lifestyle, I was like, man, I can't keep rapping about the same things I am, and that would be fake. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of gangster rap and stuff like that nowadays. They really ain't doing that, you know.
Right.
So I didn't want to come on and be living my life for God and act like I was still be talking about the things that I used to be doing. So that's why I really changed the way my music because I was inspired by that, and I needed to walk. I needed to rap about what I was walking with God. So
not just walk, let's talk.
That's right.
Right. That's what I was just telling my son. You got to talk and walk. You can't just.
You can't just pop your mouth off and not follow suit.
Yeah, you're not gonna be that example.
I have a question for you. On the journey, on your walk, when you first got on your walk, when God came to you and told you, what you need to do, did you have to clear yourself? Like you said, you used to pimping and stuff, the stuff that you used to rap about. Did He come along your side and basically tell you, let those things out, get that off your chest to get to where you need to be?
What do you mean by get it off my chest?
Like, we artists, I make music too, and God Himself came to me and told me I have to release all that stuff, so let it out. So I can get to where I need to be, so I can let out the things that He needs me to let out. He told me to get all that stuff off my heart. Forget about what everybody else look at me and think, I know why I'm doing this. Because I run with Jesus too, but I'm not all the way there. He's working on it.
We all working.
Yes, I'm a work in progress. But then basically that's what he's saying, that he went from the gutter rapping into knowing, that, well, the Creator is my all, and if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be where I am. And I see my blessings in all this, in all that I'm doing. I still see God's presence right here. So now let me get rid of this and just give God all the glory.
Well, see, I'll tell you this. I backslid. When I got saved, I didn't just quit everything. I was doing a bunch of cocaine. I had about 5 girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? I was an alcoholic. And when I got saved, I knew it was a change in me, but I didn't wake up the next day and all that stuff was gone.
Well, of course not.
It was a process, and I went through a long process of that, and I backslid a couple different times, but it got to the point to where, like I said, I had fun doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? We were spending a bunch of money on champagne and pouring it on girls and all that stuff. We was doing all that stuff you see on MTV. But it wasn't satisfying. It got to the point to where it was so unsatisfying that I did it, that I had to get a camera and get it on tape just so I could show my friends and see the smile on their face and see the glory that they gave me because they thought it was so cool that I was doing it. Because what they see on TV, I was actually doing. So it made them feel, it made me feel good, like, oh man. But in the act of really doing it, it didn't satisfy me.
So
But that's what satisfied me. You
at
see
that
what I'm
moment,
saying?
did you look at yourself when you were showing your friends? Did you experience watching yourself, looking at yourself, and was there like a wake up call for you?
Yeah. And God told me, He said, I want you to give all yourself to me, and you're never going to be satisfied. And I knew that, so I did. One day I said, you know what, I'm done.
What was the final straw? What happened in your life that kind of made you say, enough with this?
Well, see, it wasn't like I hit rock bottom, because I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't hit rock bottom. It was different for me. You know, a lot of people hit rock bottom and they do. I didn't. It was just unsatisfying. I knew that God had a call on my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew He had a call on my life. And I knew it wasn't going nowhere. But tell you the truth, I'll kind of answer some of that a little bit. It's kind of personal, but I'll do it. It don't matter. But it got to the point to where when I started, I tried doing things with some girls and stuff like that, and it like God made it to where it wasn't working out. You know what I'm saying? Where they were telling me no, and I was you know, and these things just didn't start working out for me. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't able to satisfy myself off what I wanted to be satisfied for. So what happened was I said, all right, God, I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to give myself to you. And I finally did. And that's when God really changed everything for me. And I still had to go through a process. I still had to go through a process to get rid of pride, bitterness, unforgiveness. And I mean, that's long stories. You know what I'm saying? Long stories.
And what changed in your life once you finally decided to give yourself to God?
Okay, everything. Through a process, God has set me free from bitterness, resentment, pride, alcohol, addiction, marijuana, smoking weed every day, cocaine. I went through a long process. I don't have unmarital sex. I'm abstinent. You know what I'm saying?
Are you married?
No, I'm not married. I'm single, and I don't have sex.
Okay.
Everybody wants to know that question.
You're strong, brother.
But, you know what I'm saying? Well, see, this is the thing. A lot of people, I want to say this too. I really want to say this before we even get any further in it. A lot of people come to me and they say, man, MiNiMe, you're a good dude. You this, you that, you know what I'm saying? You're strong, you got this and all that. You know, you out here giving back to the community. You all doing that stuff. I just want to let you know, I didn't want to do all that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to give up sex. I didn't want to give up these things. I didn't want to give 25% of my proceeds back into the community. I didn't want to do a first fruits goodwill tour. You know, I wanted to be an artist and I wanted to go around the world and do my thing and do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But God, I had to submit myself to God daily and allow Him to show me and direct my path, because I had my own plan and my own purpose for my own life. And so I had to give myself to God and say, God, here, you let your will be done in my life. And that's when He started showing me all these different things. And He brought people to me. He brought everything together, basically. He brought everything. And that's what I just want to say today, that, you know, I'm good because of the God in me. Catch me on the day that God's not in me.
You want to see that person that you think is good.